Hello students, welcome back to Madhvi's Java programming tutorials. In this video, I'll discuss two-dimensional array initializing, storing, accessing the contents of the array horizontally and vertically. Let's see the contents. Introduction, declaring and accessing a 2D array. Store elements in a 2D array is initializing or storing. Storing also element by element or using a nested loop. And horizontal and vertical access of the 2D array is also discussed. Let us start. We already know array is a collection of variables which are known as elements of the array. All elements of the array have a single name and with the same data type. Now int marks declares a single variable, whereas int marks square brackets declares one-dimensional array. Int marks double square brackets declares a 2D array. Now declaring and accessing. Declaring is in two different ways. First of all, declare and then reserve. Second way is declare as well as reserve space. We'll see declare and reserve later. Now int marks double square brackets means first square brackets talks about row subscript. Second square brackets column subscript. Now reserving space can be marks is equal to, because JVM already knows it is a double dimensional array. We have declared int marks square bracket semicolon. Now marks is equal to new int 3 5 means 3 rows 5 columns in each row. Or we may ask how many rows and columns user requires and then declare marks is equal to new int RC. In the memory, any 2D array is reserved, space is reserved in a continuous memory locations, either row major or column major, but we will understand in a tabular format. Now, according to this declaration, 3 rows 0, 1, 2 and 5 columns in each row 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 tabular format we understand. Now declaring and reserving, 4 examples are given here. Int marks double square brackets is equal to 3 5, new int 3 5 means 3 rows 5 columns, whereas names array 4 rows 3 columns in each row. Average float array 4 rows and 5 columns in each row. Then grades character 2 rows 4 columns in each row. Now how do we access? We use row subscript, that is in red color, followed by column subscript. Row subscript 0 in the first row. In the second row, it is 1. And in the third row, it is 2. 0 followed by column subscript. Column subscript also again 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0, 0 is the address of the first location. 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4 and so on and so forth. And int marks is equal to new int 3 5, that means 3 rows and 5 columns, that is 0 to 4 index. Now marks variable stores the starting address of the array, which is a hexadecimal number, and elements are accessed with the help of the array name followed by row index followed by column index. Example is marks of 1 1 means first row first column, and then marks of 2 3, that means second row, that is actually third row, second index, third index combination, and 0 4 is first row, that is fifth column according to human beings. Now, row 3 index or column 5 index onwards, array index out of bounds exception will be thrown. Now, the elements are depending on the data type. For example, int marks means we store integers, but index is always 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, integers. Names, so more than one character. Average with decimal points. Grades, one character each. These are the elements. Now, finding length, there are two different lengths. One is for rows, second one is for columns. So, marks dot length returns the number of rows, whereas marks of 0 or marks of 1, 2, whatever, length returns number of columns. Now, once an array is declared, space for the array may be reserved in contiguous memory locations in heap. Even length is also stored in heap. Let's see a practice exercise 1. So float marks, new float 4, 5. That means 4 students' marks in 5 subjects. Let's assume. So student 1 is 0 index. His or her English marks are 98.6, science marks 53.5, math 33.4, computer science 90.5, social studies 78. So for each student, all subjects marks are stored in first row, then second row, then third row, then fourth row. Now, what does marks of 3, 2 refer to? 3 index and 2 is 92.5. What does marks refer? It is the starting address of the entire array. Now, marks of 0, 0, 98.6. Now, guess output for int j is equal to 0, j less than 4, j plus plus. Why 4? Because our rows are 4. And for int k is equal to 0, k less than 5, k plus plus. This is nested loop. Outer loop talks about rows, number of rows. Inner loop talks about columns. Together, we can access the elements j and k. Let's see a program over here. The guess output program, we haven't declared an array, but we want to see whether each index or memory location is accessed or not. 4 rows, 5 columns in each row. So nested loop, when j is 0, k works from 0 to 4. When j is 1, k works from 0 to 4, and so on and so forth. And we are just printing the subscripts j, k without any space and with a tab after printing. Let's execute and see. This is displaying 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. Our task can be fulfilled with the help of 2 nested loops. Accessing or reading, printing a double dimension array is possible with 2 loops, that too nested. Let us see storing elements in a 2D array. Storing elements can be initializing or storing element by element or reading. Reading as parameters or reading as using scanner class. In this video, we'll understand initializing and storing element by element or with a loop. Now, initializing a 2D array. If the contents of the array are known in advance and the number of elements is fewer, then we go for initialization. Now, how do we initialize? Outer set of curly braces refer that it is an array. Now, inner sets of curly braces with commas refer to rows. How? Initialization while declaring an array does not require the usage of new keyword, and int odd double square brackets is equal to outer curly braces that it is an array, and inner three sets of curly braces refer to three rows, and the actual elements, how many are there? Three elements are there. These are the columns. If you see vowels, outer curly braces, that is array, inner three sets of curly braces are there, that means three rows. Each row has only two elements. Names array, outer, then inner only two curly braces, two sets, and inside that two elements. So it is 2 by 2 array. Vowels is 3 by 2 and odd is 3 by 3 array. The other way is after declaration, array may be initialized, but at that time we need to use a new keyword. For example, int odd semicolon, square bracket, semicolon. Now odd is equal to new int square brackets and initialize. This is the syntax. Let's see a Java program here. Initializing array. Here two arrays are declared. By looking at the syntax only or the values, we can understand it is having three rows and each row has three columns. In case of vowels, three rows but two columns in each row. Now printing using arrays.toString method is by taking a loop, because arrays.toString can display only single dimensional array, but we have three single dimensional arrays, so we take a loop j is 0, j less than 3, and arrays.toString odd of j, and here also j0, j less than 3, j plus plus. See, this is a local variable for int j is 0 is a local variable for loop. So by the time it comes out of for loop, j is not there in the memory. So we redeclare here. And vowels of j, because both of them have three rows. Whereas string names is declared and afterwards initialized, two rows are there. So we have a loop j is 0, j less than 2, 0 and 1, arrays.toString names of j, vowels of j, and odd of j. Let's execute and see the program. One, 3, 4, 5, 7, 5, 6, 5, 4 is the odd array. This is vowels array and then string array. Now let us see storing element by element using a nested loop. First 6 natural numbers we want to store in a double dimensional array. So natural is the array with 2 rows, 3 columns. 2 3s are 6 elements. Now if you see the red colored one, natural of 0 0 0, that is first row. 1 1 1 is the second row. But 0 0 combination 3 times, 0 1 0 2, 3 elements, that is 3 columns. Then natural of 1 0, natural of 1 1, natural of 1 2. Every time we are storing a natural number. In 0 0 address 1, in 0 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And printing also in a hard way, natural of 0 0, natural of 0 1, 0 2. 1 0 1 1 1 2. Horizontally we are accessing the array. Now the second way is it's a nested loop. Any number of elements we can store if we know what to be stored. For example, 30 natural numbers, we can have 5 6 combination or 6 5. It is not like number of students are 10 and subjects are 5. There is nothing like that. We can have a 6 5s are 30 elements or 5 6 are 30 elements. Here I have taken an array 5 rows, 6 columns. That means total 30 elements. N is 1 initialized, nested for loop, int j equals to 0, j less than 5, that is number of rows, 0 to 4, j plus plus, and for int k equals to 0, k less than 6, total 6 elements, 0 to 5. And a nested loop, we know that for each iteration of j, k works 6 times. Every time we are saying natural of jk, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5. Store n and it is a postfix n plus plus. Store 1 first of all, then plus plus 2 incremented, and so on and so forth. Just 3 lines, 30 elements are stored. Similarly, for printing also, we take a nested loop, outer for loop, number of rows, inner for loop, number of columns, and natural of jk would be printed. Let's see a Java program here. Store elements. 2, 3 is the size of the array, and 2 rows, 3 columns in each row, printing. Let's see the output of the program. This is store array, store elements. Store elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 rows, 3 columns in each row. The second one is 6 rows, 5 columns in each row, and we are storing n plus plus, the same thing which I have discussed. But here we will understand one more thing. We can take j0, j less than natural dot length, means it gives the number of rows. K is 0, k less than natural of 0 dot length, means 5 columns. But these lengths are stored in heap memory, which takes longer time to access. So we may use internal variables which are declared in stack. Stack variables are easy to access. Now, here we are taking nested for loop and storing whatever is there in n by incrementing n every time using postfix. So 6 rows, 5 columns in each row. R int r is equal to natural dot length, that is 6 will be stored. This r is in stack, easy to access, and they are removed by the garbage collector once this program is over. Method is over. If there are so many methods, these will be R and C will be removed from memory. C also natural of 0 dot length, and we are starting a for loop till less than R, less than C, printing whatever is there in natural of jk 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, and then 1, and so on and so forth. But here if you see, while printing we are taking a curly brace here. Outer for loop can execute one line. Inner for loop can execute one more line. But I want one extra line. After each row printing, we need to go to the next line. So in order to do that, we start a curly brace here and end the for loop here. Let's execute and see the program. See, 30 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, and in each row 5 columns. This is using a for loop we have stored. Horizontal and vertical axis of the two-dimensional array. How do we do that? Initialized. How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of curly braces, so 4 rows. And in each set of curly braces, 3 columns are there. Now, horizontally, if we want to access, we use less than 4, less than 3 in loops. Horizontal, row subscript, column subscript. Int j is equal to 0, j less than 4, j plus plus, k equals to 0, k less than 3, k plus plus. Marks of jk, horizontal. We will see a program also. But vertical axis, we take columns, j0, j less than 3. 3 columns are there. And in the inner loop, we take number of rows, that is k less than 4. And marks of kj, not jk, vertical axis. Let's see a program here. Let us see the output first and then see the contents of the program. I'm executing access array vertical horizontal method class. If you see, let's assume student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, and marks are in 3 subjects: English, Maths, Computer Science. If we take the average of rows, that means we are getting the average of student 1 average. 78 plus 56 plus 89 divided by 3 will give us average of students, horizontal axis. Whereas if we use 78, 90, 65, 88, 78, 90, 65, 88 vertical axis, that means we'll be finding average of English marks, then average of maths marks, average of computer science marks. How do we do that? Axis horizontally is outer loop variable followed by inner loop variable. That is horizontal axis. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. That is jk. If outer loop variable is j and inner loop variable is k, jk. Whereas here, kj, first we take inner loop and then take outer loop control variable, and then we access vertically 78, 90, 65, 88. We will write the program to find out the average of all the students one by one, and English average, Maths average, Computer Science average in the next video. But just accessing here. Let's see the program now. This is the array 78, 56, 89. We can read them also, but I'm initializing here. How many rows are there? 4 rows are there. So in order to access horizontally, we use j less than 4 and k less than 3, because 3 elements, 3 columns. This is horizontal axis. First of all, I have displayed English, Maths, Computer Science headings. After that, in each outer for loop, there is a message student n plus plus, student 1, n is 1, student 1, and then for the next student, it would be 2. This is postfix again, prefix, postfix video. And then we are saying marks of jk, that is j is outer for loop, k is inner for loop, j is number of rows, k is number of columns. But accessing vertically, we take inner loop, outer loop has 3 columns, followed by rows, and instead of marks of JK, we have marks of KJ. This is how we access horizontally and then vertically. Refer Chapter 7 of Essentials of Computer Applications for further understanding and practice exercise. The next video is about reading elements into a two-dimensional array. Thank you.